Okay, so to finish off this vlog, um, back to my third grade classroom. There was that relationship that was developed between me and that teacher who was an adult, a young adult woman. So that kind of like added to the whole fear in me. So I remember we had a writing assignment, and the rest of the students and I were all filling out our assignment. And we were given a word, and we had to write out a sentence for that word. And the word I was given was champ. CHAMP, champ. And the sentence I wrote was Mrs. Teacher's last name is the opposite of a champ. Because I was playing along with that relationship dynamic that had been established between her as the authority and then me as the as fear and discomfort and shame. And so it was like an expression of me resisting that and like I was I thought it was kind of funny, and so I was surprised when she called me to the back of the classroom and asked me, "Why did you write all of this mean-spirited stuff about me?" I didn't think that it'd be taken that way. And for reasons that I didn't understand, that really hurt that she'd seen what I'd done as something like aggressive and hurtful. And so I started to cry, and she'd asked me why, and so again, to my surprise, I told her, I don't know, I guess for the same reasons that you call me Lovey. And she was very serious, and she said, okay, I'm not going to call you that anymore, and sent me back to my desk. And I remember walking back to my desk, kind of like quickly drying my eyes and hoping that none of the other students saw me crying. And, but I didn't, what I'd said didn't make sense to me. It, and I felt kind of like I was making something up, like I had just made up something to make it look like I hadn't done something as bad as I had done it. It felt like I saw it like I had just made up some irrelevant bullshit to get my ass out of the fire so I wouldn't get in trouble. But years later I looked back and saw how actually relevant that what had just come out of me was, because I was actually um, indicating that that dynamic. And I mean, I was kind of blaming the teacher, and that's why I felt like I just made up bullshit, but it wasn't as irrelevant as I had seen it as being, because I actually indicated to myself what was actually going on in me in the classroom, because I had so suppressed and distanced myself from that petrification that existed in me towards romance, kissing, and the word love, and had disassociated that from this like aggressive personality that I was fooling myself with.